Okay, sit here, Joe. We got Joe Turpel, the biggest dog, the main announcer, the voice of the W. So you can sit. In the, yeah. No, we need the branding here. You know.
Oh, right.
You know how it works. We gotta have the branding.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Joe? Yes.
Good to see you, brother.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Dude, I'm loving everything you're doing. This has
way.
been amazing.
Okay, we got approval from the main top dog, dude. Now I'm nervous. We got the head honcho.
What are you talking about? This is great.
That's like I said. This is like Joe Buck announcing with Jeff Spicoli.
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even. What's been happening so far? Anything funny on the show today?
Jack Robinson paddled over Molly Picklum. That was pretty funny.
No way.
I don't think it was for real, but yeah, everyone's been ripping.
Pretty cool to have a warm-up like this, huh?
Oh, so sick.
You think about how like crowded a lot of the CT venues are before an event starts, and then you have a world title event, and you're like, wow, it makes sense that they'd have the water for a little bit.
Yeah, give them a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially I was saying earlier, like I think like lowers is so user-friendly to all these people. They can rip it so hard, but I think the hardest thing about lowers is being in the lineup with no one out.
Oh.
Because if there's a lull, like usually you're judging everything off the crowd. So like to give these guys a little time with like not that many people out, it probably helps them figure out the lineup a little bit.
It's a good call. How shocking that would be, you know, when you're trying to split the peak normally with the guys you know that always go left out here.
Yeah.
And then when they're gone, you're like, where am I? It's pretty a pretty rad setup to see them get these kind of warm-ups. And you kind of wonder too, you're like, are they going really hard right now? It might be almost a little awkward too if they're like someone they're competing against in a warm-up. You're kind of like, I mean, the heat starts like way before, Saturday or Sunday.
Well, it felt like they were all cruising in the beginning, and then like I think it was Filipe just tore one up, and then they're like, okay, like he just ripped one, now I gotta like rip one just because they're so comped out.
So good. I mean, for Filipe, you're looking at him being able to do anything he wants, like nose pick reverse right there. Going from last year, Joe, like he didn't even really need to go to the air to win.
Yeah, it was all carbs.
I kind of think that's a different story though this year, huh? Like he's probably going to have to go big.
He's going to have to go big. That's what we want to see. Okay, let's ask Joe some questions because you're always asking people questions. So we want to ask you some questions. So how did you become like the main guy at the WSL? How does one begin that career path? Did you know like out of college? Because we went to college together. Did you know back then? Like
Gauchos.
Huh? Yeah, Gauchos.
Yeah.
UCSB.
That's right. So first, it helped to hang out with you and get some good waves up north. And
yeah, Cole.
Hey, what's up, Cole?
Cole's coming on later.
Cole Hauschman just showed up. But yeah, no, that was really fun. We made some surf team movies. Remember that in college? That was fun.
Yeah.
But from there, that was like when I first had this idea of wanting to be on the broadcast for surfing one day, and we'd be sitting there like in Isla Vista, and everyone was like surfing that beach break depressions, and I would just do these mock calls, like pretending, like kind of more of in a joking manner.
Yeah,
like,
with all the boys
like
on the
calling
beach.
all of our friends, like Teddy and Jack Motter and all those guys, and I would just be like doing these little play-by-play calls, and then I would be like, yeah, one day I'm gonna call the pipe event. But I was kind of kidding. But I think I'd manifested something, like I just was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe.
I bet everyone's like, well, you're pretty good at that, huh?
It was just wild, like starting with NSSAs, and Janice and Gayleen gave me a chance, and then after nationals, like this is like 2006, then I started getting like webcasts and broadcasts and traveling internationally, and one kind of just turned into another one. And the brands controlled it back then, so Billabong came through, and then
that's
Rip
when you were always with Aki. I love that. Was the best combo, you and Aki.
Aki was the most fun to be in the booth with because you, one, never knew where he was going to go. Two, he was Aki, and he's just genuinely loves surfing, and he's just an incredible human. But like every heat, like a 30-minute heat with him was just, it'd go by like that because you're just going, where could this conversation end up at the end of the day? Like, gosh, those were some fun memories, especially in my early journey of calling CTs. Like to get paired with Aki so early was just a dream come true.
Were you intimidated at first? Like, well, this is like one of my heroes.
Oh, I remember the first meeting. I remember we were at J Bay one time. We had this meeting on the beach, and like Sterling Howland was running the show back then for Billabong, and he's like, yeah, you got a meeting down here. I showed up. It's just Aki, Luke Egan, this crew is like in this circle, and it was really quiet. And I was just like, well, this is crazy. Like, that's when I had a moment of like, kind of like butterflies going, oh my God, we're about to call a heat together. That was pretty fun to look back on.
I always get so nervous even before this starts, but then once it starts going, you kind of get in the rhythm, and I'm always surprised, like you said, how fast it goes. I'm like, Omar will be like, dude, we've been going like an hour. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah.
It felt like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
we've been going for an hour and a half already.
See, we've already been going an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, that's amazing. It's already flying by.
Yeah, it goes so quick.
You guys got a great thing going. It's super
Thanks.
Cool.
Well,
like,
you're the standard bearer.
Cross.
We got your approval. We're psyching.
Look at these guys.
There's the boys. They're getting ready to watch Griffins in the next heat. What was your major?
I ended up majoring in communications.
I was going to say, was it communications? That was going to be my guess.
And then I ended up getting another major in dramatic arts, actually.
No way.
So I took like intro to acting because I thought it was interesting. But then I did a lot of like scene sets and lighting as well.
Oh,
and
really?
then even writing a lot of
scripts and stuff.
So those were like electives for me. And then my counselor was like, hey, you could major in this if you want to. So I stayed a little longer and got that as well. What was your major?
History.
Oh, rad.
Yeah. I just always got good grades in history, so I figured I'd make it easy on myself. Hang out and surf in Santa Barbara.
Gosh, that was so fun. Best time ever.
Yeah. Well, so how long did it take to go from announcing NSSAs to getting the WSL gig? It seemed like a fast trajectory. Oh, Molly. Oh.
Nice one, Molly. Yeah, it was 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Oh. Straight to the Strider! Oh, we're both Joe. Who knows who he's talking to?
I think he's talking to you.
Wow. Here goes Jack.
Jack looks so cool with that style, huh? It's hard not to think of Bruce.
Oh, yeah. With the sticker and everything, of course.
That's why, and even some of the sprays, huh?
Yeah. Him and Bruce are so casual in giant barrels. I still think Bruce is the most casual-looking guy and, like, the heaviest barrels.
Totally.
Like, some of those barrels, he looks like he's just, like barely, like everyone else is like, whoa, you're just tensing up. He's just like.
He replay.
And getting so relaxed.
Yeah. Tyler, wrap, carve. Oh, I'm like nervous to announce in front of you. Should I do the play-by-play and then you? Because usually you do the play-by-play, right?
And I'll do the color if you want, whatever you want me.
Oh, well, this is a replay. Maybe you do this.
Okay, there we go. Molly, she's been kind of just she was supposed to take it easy in Tahiti. She's had some like little back pain she was dealing with at the surf ranch. There we go. But her frontside swoop is probably one of my favorite things that she has on tour. There was one she did at Margaret River when she was a rookie. She got a 917 for it. And
I brought that up earlier, that turn at Margaret River.
Crazy.
That was 2 years ago, right?
2 years ago.
Yeah, that thing was... I brought that up earlier. I was like, remember that one at Margaret River? Oh, my God.
Because I think you felt it. When she did that, like live, that was like a turn. I went like, oh, my gosh, this woman is incredibly powerful. Because before I saw a bunch of airs, and even her ability in slabs is sensational. But that full rail hook, I mean, that's never going to go out of style.
No.
And that definitely made a big mark on the tour. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, she got a hold of that one.
Yeah.
That thing is probably lethal out here. Big old forehand carve.
I think she's only been here a couple times, but it's lowers. Everyone looks good out here.
Yeah, it's kind of an even playing field. I mean, everyone can rip lowers.
You always just feel better about yourself when you surf this place.
Yeah, Ethan Ewing. Oh, blowtail goes down. His back's looking good. He had one turn earlier, the whole board was underwater, but he wasn't like digging rail somehow. It was just like, okay, Toledo flying down the line. Frontside carve tail release. Up into the lip again. Pocket wrap. Up into it again, flying down the line. What's he going to do? He's almost down the middle. Pops in air. Oh, my God, projects out. How's that play-by-play?
You nailed it.
Give me a rating.
No, that was a 10. Like, that was perfect. You had a good pace and just followed every point really well. You're natural, Joe.
Nice. Okay, I got it. It's because I hung out with you before. I just sound like a valley girl. That's the problem.
No, you don't.
That's what all the people say on the thing. I didn't even realize I had an accent till we started the show, and everyone's like, dude, how does someone start talking like that?
No way. Yeah, you'll get used to reading comments over the years.
Oh, I bet. You got to have thick skin. Oh, my God, below tail. Puts his hand down. Hopefully his back was okay. There's Dave Proden. He gave us the call-up. We got the invite.
UCSB Gaucho as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a Gaucho conspiracy over here.
Yeah, stoked to see Ethan, though. Like, he went so silent on social media and everything that
yeah, no one knew.
I wasn't sure what to expect, but he looks great. This is Filipe on his last. I mean, the speed and how much he can compress. And I think, I don't know, my favorite thing would definitely be variety, not just at lowers, but everywhere. Every turn is so different. And he's really unpredictable as well. He's got so many weapons. It's like insane to see how he finishes his waves. That one got away from him, but if he's in a low gear like it feels like he is, and he's doing stuff like that
oh my God,
in a warm-up session,
I can't imagine.
you know he's holding a lot of fire for game day.
There
Everyone's kind of willing a Griff Filipe title match in San Clemente.
There
we'll
he
see,
is, hometown hero. I won't lie, I want Griffin to win. I can be biased.
Yeah, Griff's a really rad human being.
Yeah, he's so cool.
You've been a part of the Lost family for a long time as well.
Yep.
And it was really cool to read that big, what was it, a call to arms that Matt Bielis posted about everyone in San Clemente getting behind him. And
Matt's quite a wordsmith when he wants to be.
He's amazing with words.
He's a really good writer. He
doesn't just post a photo. He ends up telling like a crazy story, but sometimes it's almost like, wait, did Matt write that, or is that like an old punk rock song? You know,
like he's a wordsmith.
Yeah.
I learned at Lost, like, I mean, he always has a vision, like even at the clothing company and the catalogs, he'd be like, this is how I want it. This is what I want it to look like. Like, he's really sure of himself, of what he wants it to say and look like and all that stuff. Like a lot of it's his vision, you know. Molly, blowtail. Releases the fin, pulls it off. Oh, Ethan. Whoa. Power lip fin release thing. Wraps it into the pocket. Another blowtail, but goes down. Dude, I'm nervous announcing in front of Joe.
No, you're not.
You're like the top guy. I'm like, am I saying all this right? I hope this is okay.
It's funny, though, watching Ethan on a wave, huh? You're, like, nervous for him because you're wondering if everything feels okay. But by the way he's swinging and how he leads with his upper body, everything looks really natural still.
This one turn he did earlier, I was like, wow, he's looking good to me.
It's almost kind of wild. You wonder if people would be underestimating him a bit in the draw of just going, is he really ready? And then all of a sudden he'll just take off on his first wave and dig the fangs in.
Yeah. So this one turn, it was crazy how deep the board was. Shea Lopez.
No way. I haven't seen Shea in a long time.
So when you're announcing with like Aki and these guys, are they ever like kicking you under the table? Like, dude, I don't know what to say. Like, take over. Like, because you're kind of the expert, right? And they're like, they were like, Joe, like, go. Like, I can't talk any longer.
Those years were really fun because, you just would go into a heat and you're like, we're in this together. And I think when you have a good rapport with somebody and like working with Aki, you just knew you were going to have a great time. And I mean, one time Aki made me laugh so hard in a World Junior Championship heat at Burley. And he's the funniest guy in the world, you know? Right. And he saw that he got me going, and I just had to take my headphones off, and we had these mute buttons, and I just muted it. And he was just like looking at me like, I got you, you know? And he filled like 2 minutes for me.
Dude, that's classic.
And then I was able to put it back on. But man, he can make you laugh at a moment's notice. And
that's like Saturday Night Live when the guys start cracking up like at the bit, but they're live. They're like, oh my God, like I gotta hold it together here.
And so I was trying to like get back in the heat, and I said like a score, and my voice just cracked. I was like, ah! And I was like, okay, I need like 5 more minutes.
Oh, Toledo. Foam climb. That left always gets soft in the middle. Wing! Whoa, pop shove. Dude, don't hurt your ankle doing that. That stuff makes me nervous.
Yeah, that stuff's wild.
Oh, here goes Jack. Oh, straight into a big air. Comes around it. Is going to give him more wall. Maybe. Oof. Dude, he's so flexible. He did this like layback earlier and then like spun it around front side somehow.
And I think he kind of gets overlooked at waves like this, doesn't he? Like, I mean, for Jack, he's obviously dangerous everywhere, but I think everyone just is waiting to always call him a favorite at pipe, you know, obviously the box or Tahiti, all the slabs and really hollow waves. But remember in Mexico when he won down there and he was doing giant
I was going to say his first event he won was all like turns.
All turns.
For the most part.
I think it's almost probably a good thing for Jack that he's maybe getting a little bit out of the spotlight a bit. The focus is definitely on Filipe for good reason and all he's done and being number one. But the way Jack has come back into like salvaging his world title this year, and the zen he has, the belief he has about himself, it's.
He looks so confident.
I think first heat he's ready. I mean,
Cote.
You kind of remember a lot of surfers who surf in this format for the first time, and it was almost like the pressure felt like it was too much. You could see like the first year there's a lot of people that probably underperformed, even for Jack and Ethan last year. You know, they didn't catch a lot of waves and didn't look natural. I think there's saying a lot if you have experience in this format.
Here's the replay. Oh. What do you think? Is that kind of, you're going to have to go big on the first turn like that? Oh, here, what, Ethan went left?
Yeah, Ethan Ewing on the left. You know what's funny is we talk about his forehand all the time, but his backhand is really impressive. Even in small waves in Brazil, he kept finding these little lefts, and he looked great. This is Tyler.
Whoa. Technical difficulties. That never happens on the couch. That happens all the time, but we pull it off.
It happens everywhere. Not just on
no
the
matter
couch.
what.
Oh, yeah.
Happens a lot over here, Joe.
Omar's over here, octopus arm. He's doing like 5 jobs at once.
Doing a really good job.
Yeah, he's the one who figured all this stuff out. Like I could never figure out all this live stuff.
It's a
but
pretty
he
amazing.
figured out how to shrink it down so we can do graphics, replay, audience chimes in. Molly, little backside swerve is going to steepen up for us, bangs it into the lip. Another swooping carve. She draws it out backside too, into the lip again. What else? Do the audience have questions for Joe? What do we want to know about Joe? Joe's always asking everyone else the questions. What do? You live in Hawaii now?
I do.
Got kids, family, the whole deal.
The whole deal, yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I was at Rocky Point for a while, and now we're over at Sunset Beach. And my little 6-year-old goes to Sunset Beach Elementary.
Oh, my God.
She's having a ball. She's a little firecracker. Super funny. Keeps me on my toes for sure.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
I just had a daughter, so I'm
that.
I'm right behind you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
What's her name?
Ada.
Ada. How old is she?
5 months now.
Oh, that's the best.
Young.
Wow. Just this little beautiful.
Yeah. Fall
light.
asleep on your chest.
Oh, that's the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we just like post up like this and fall asleep.
Yeah.
Remember one time she fell asleep on me when she was that age? I was like, oh, I'm not moving for like 2 days.
You can't move. You're like, oh my God, the baby's asleep. Don't move.
Don't even turn anything on. Congrats, man. I'm stoked for you guys.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
What's your favorite event to announce on tour? You got a favorite?
Yeah, I think to announce the energy around Pipeline is pretty hard to beat. Like, I'll never forget walking up the tower for my first call at the pipe event, and the energy was just out of control. That was a moment too where I was like, dude, take a deep breath. It's on. You know, that was fun. So calling pipe is just the best, especially when it's pumping.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that one for sure.
It's still like, it's crazy how long pipe's kind of been, even with the discovery of all these new waves, it's still like the apex of surfing. There's Crosby.
What a rad human
Griffin
being,
for champ. All the boys are coming down to watch him.
That was fun watching Crosby final.
Yeah, I know.
It's
so
Open.
sick. That'll be awesome.
And then Jet blowing up at Snapper, too, to start off the Challenger Series.
And then, of course, Cole. Cole's #1 Challenger Series. San Clemente's coming on strong.
Yeah. Cole seems like he's just
got
everything going for him, too.
American surfing's kind of on top right now in the in the Challenger Series,
And
I'd say.
it hasn't always been that way.
No, I mean, it was worrisome there for a while.
To have like a lot of people come in to represent USA, it's a big deal.
What about that memory you got? You got all those stats in your head, or
well, it's like
you study, or what's going on?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just like studying for finals or something. Like
that's why you go to school, kids. See, you got to study.
The hope is, because I can't read my own handwriting. I have terrible handwriting.
Really?
And so, like, I've gotten like iPads and stuff to be more like technical about it. I was like, wow, it'd be really cool if I didn't have to look this up again because I did last time. But the idea of me writing it, sometimes it can like come to me when I need it. It's a weird
gets
process.
It in your brain, yeah.
Same way I studied in college.
Yeah, I know. At college, I just and my notes would be pretty good because I'd have to go back and write the history paper, and it would kind of all be there.
Totally. So same thing. It's like in the lead up, I'll start writing things down and trying to get some cool stats, and then you have to. I try to balance not trying to overstat people in heats, and then definitely try to be present with what's happening in the water first. And then try to bring in cool stats when the moment kind of comes up. I've had heats in the past where I'm like, oh my God, that's the coolest stat I've ever discovered. And then all of a sudden there's like waves are firing, and I'm like, you know what? We could talk about that later. You know, it's kind of rad to stay in the moment too.
I know. Last night I was all nervous because I actually still have a day job. This thing's not really paying the bills.
Yet.
So I was like editing till like 8 last night for another brand. I'm like, dude, you know what? I bet Joe Turpel and those guys are like studying before big shit like this. I'm just like showing up. I made a little stat sheet, but it's not. It's just so basic, but cool job, cool show, guys. Good job, Joes. Yes, thank you.
The Joes are together. Right on.
We Joe slumming with the regs. I know he came down to the minor leagues for us.
No way. This is the spot.
We got the big. I'm surprised Jay Alani could be on the SNL skit California's. Oh, for sure. Totally, dude. Dude, he's curating all the really bad ones over there.
There's some haters out there, but
for sure. I love the haters.
Those guys.
I love them.
So
I think that's what means you're doing a good job once you get a couple.
Yeah, because they're sitting on their computer doing nothing.
Yeah.
We used to have the comments in the booth with
us.
us.
No.
Those years were gnarly.
I bet.
Like you
can't look at those.
You would read like a good one, and you're like, oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah. Who's dragging under 4-0? You know, just some random name like attacking you.
I've gotten a couple DMs. We're small time, and I've already got a couple DMs. Guys are just like, dude, you're a kook. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, you're obsessed, dude. Stop watching the show. But I guess it comes with the territory.
It comes with it. Yeah, you just flow with it, and
can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, you can't worry about it. That's for sure.
We're having fun though. I'm having fun.
Having a blast.
Yeah, we got Biolas standing by us.
Okay.
Here too.
We got Biolas.
These boys are.
We don't want to take up too much of Joe's time. Oh, I want to ask you one thing. What do you think makes a good play-by-play announcer? Give me a tip. What do I need to work on?
I think I like you just being yourself. Here, why don't you call
this one, Chris Moore kicks out.
Oh, that was short-lived, but yeah.
That was the commentator jinx on the other commentator.
I think there's ways like to get inspired by other play-by-play people, but I like your call, Joe. I like when you just be yourself. Everyone has something unique to bring. It's like a singer or something, you know. Everyone doesn't have to sound the same, and just bringing out your own personality, the way you like calling waves, you know.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, be yourself. Joe says be yourself, and that's what I'm being. Valley Girl accent and all. Okay, is Biolas coming on? I don't want to upset him because I still want my deals on my boards.
Yeah, you got to keep that going.
He's the world champ right now.
Oh my gosh! I hope you
get Griffin's replay. Take this one more, Joe.
Gosh, I love the wind up. Nice vertical turn. Griff likes to throw down a lot of good energy on his waves, and it's really cool just to see a nice, well-paced left. Not trying to push too super hard, and looks like he's clicked into a nice gear.
What happened to the last turn?
What's up, Noah?
Replay guy.
Good to see you.
Was that replay guy? It's all right. Okay, take the blame. Take the blame.
That's a replay guy, dude. He's counting me out. He's like, out.
Schuster. I like we get everyone involved in this one.
I really like that.
There he is.
Like,
Let's shame him. Shame.
when we do that on tour, like you just do not bury anybody.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
no, you
you
can't.
own it all. You just go, you know what? I pressed something wrong. You know, like you just take the blame.
Totally. I always blame the video guys because I used to be one. Okay. What? Producer's going to go get Biolas. We're going to let Joe. We took up enough of his time. Thank you so much, Joe.
No worries, Joe.
You're the man.
Always good to see you.
Appreciate you coming on.
Anytime.
You are the standard bearer for all of us.
You're the man.
Yeah, Joe.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. We have approval. We have Joe Turpel approval.